What's going on, everybody? It's your host, Dr. Splash, and today we get a little out of the box, right? We're gonna hit this shit with anime slash webtoon style, manhwas, whatever you want. We're gonna get into more of those, and if you love content like this, you gotta let me know with the like button and the comment section. Also, check out my Discord. We do games, prizes, D&Ds, giveaways, and more. And if you ever want to sponsor content or have access to my scaling servers, you can always hit me up to talk business. Now, getting back to this is an interesting matchup because in my opinion, the scaling on both sides is not generally, like, there's no general consensus. Like, a lot of people vary on their interpretations. So I think it's pretty fun to throw them against each other. This will be Jin-Woo from Solo Leveling, a super popular series, versus Mori Jin from God of High School. Fun fact, God of High School is actually the most viewed video on my channel. It wasn't a series I loved, kind of same with Solo Leveling, but I understand why they're popular. So if these two clashed, who would win? I'm going to briefly break down both, and then I will let you know who I think wins. Now, first up, we're going to talk about Jin-Woo Solo Leveling. What's the concept behind this, and why would he be able to go up against Mori Jin? Well, Solo Leveling is based around dungeon style storytelling slash almost legit a video game, but it's real life, obviously. Now, this is important because there's hunters within there, and at first Jin-Woo starts off dog shit, but then it turns out he's the GOAT. He has goated potential. Now, you can go up several layers, several levels, and several dungeons throughout the game, getting stronger and stronger with characters that can solo humanity and such. However, his internal power actually transcends all of this. He is not just some regular hunter. There is an infinite, overwhelming darkness that resides within Jin-Woo. Eventually, conflicts arise with not just stronger characters like monarchs, but we see the outer beings are coming down trying to fuck with everything. Now, these are the gods of the verse, and they quickly discover that Jin-Woo possesses the power to actually contend with him and even be a threat. This goes as far as he actually contends with these beings who can stop time. They're from outside the dimensions. He can hop dimension to dimension to battle. Battled them all for over 2 decades by himself, and he won. He returns. He's goated as fuck now. Jin-Woo is like overly broken. In Ragnarok, we saw this was still the case. He has control over essentially the fundamentals of the verse. He's outside of the game entirely. He actually transcended it, which is insanely impressive. And overall, his powers, while yes, he has the danger sense, he has power sense, he can know exactly how strong you are as soon as he interacts with you. The physics changes, like I explained, when he gets to his completely broken nature. It's not just that. That darkness that powers him and empowers him, it's super important. It is something that gives the credence to him being a godlike character, to the point that we see in Ragnarok, he indeed can function like the gods if he so chooses. So in the end, Jin-Woo started off as this regular dungeon clearing hero, and it turns out he has this infinite godlike potential that allows him to become incredibly broken. But is this enough for Mori Jin? Let's get into Mori Jin. Now, Mori Jin is a character who initially in the series starts off as a martial artist. He's entering a martial arts tournament. Favorite thing to do is throw spinning shit, constantly throwing spin hook kicks on a bitch, right? Constantly hitting them with the Taekwondo fundamentals. But we quickly soon realize, as they go against characters with actual powers, Mori Jin's not normal. In fact, it turns out he is related to Sun Wukong, right? This, of course, is an interpretation of Sun Wukong, the Monkey King, within this fictional confines. It's not obviously taking the real Monkey King scaling. But the Monkey King, Mori Jin, we see is capable of making clones that are sentient just from the fur, which kind of goes along with the mythology. On top of this, he has his staff, which can grow from literally being on the planet to hitting the moon. It can one-shot gods. He can summon down infinite endless strikes on characters if he needs be. And he ends up being someone that undertakes this dungeon-like situation where there was levels or levels to the dimensions, with a boss on each level getting stronger and stronger. And in the end, it looks like Mori Jin's actually overlooking dimensionality itself as the big dog. He is most well known for his martial arts and just straight up throwing hands, but obviously his power becomes even more absurd, thus taking it from simple martial arts to being Monkey King bullshit, right? Like just incredibly broken. So if Mori Jin and Jin-Woo were to clash, who do I think wins? Now, this one's going to, in my opinion, come down to which verse do you value more in terms of the established cosmology and established power levels. I actually think peak Jin-Woo should beat Mori Jin. I think both have contested scaling, both have contested cosmologies. They're not very well received in terms of, hey, we all agree this is like layers and outer, shit like that. People range from planetary to outer when it comes to these verses. And because of that, you kind of got to go with the one that has a little safer scaling. Like, I just think it's a little more concrete with how everything's established in the cosmos. And that would be Jin-Woo. I think he actually became strong enough, especially when he showed his infinite god power and transcended the system entirely. He's just fucked with greater beings, in my opinion. The cosmology's a little more concrete on how you can reasonably scale it. And because of that, due to what I believe and perceive to be a power difference, I think Jin-Woo would win. But anyways, guys, let me know in the comment section down below, who do you think would take this if these two clash? You going with the spinning hook kicks, or you going with the hunter? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, it's Yancey Street, bitches.